Hey everybody, are you ready for another short ramble from the Agent of Doubt? Okay, here we go. This one's going to be probably under 10 minutes, but if you like long rambles by me, I'll leave a link in the description box to a bit of an achievement of mine. I actually got the longest video ever on the Breakfast Club posted, and it was me talking. So, yay me! I can talk for a very long time. What I want to talk about in this video is Bernie or Bust, which I know always gets me a whole bunch of down thumbs. Go ahead and down thumb me now. But first thing I will say, I asked a question on Twitter yesterday. I sent it to the Anti-Bright. I said, what do you do if you're hashtag Bernie or Bust and Bernie endorses Hillary? And the Anti-Bright came back with hashtag Feel the Johnson. Maybe we should have a conversation about this, is something else he said. Link in the description box to that back and forth because, yeah. So what I have to say about splitting off to a third party and whatnot, if you're Bernie or Bust, I would actually like you to listen to Bernie Sanders. Now, I know that you were expecting him to make it all the way to the convention and hold up the convention, and that was the plan, and he let you down. I get that. Okay, I fucking get that. But what did he get in return for his endorsement? Well, Bernie Sanders himself has addressed the hashtag Bernie or Bust crowd on Facebook in their own hashtag Bernie or Bust group, which are all going third party or Trump right now. And he posted his best pitch, okay? And he says it better than me, but I'll just read some of the things that he said. He said, you should know that in the weeks since the last primary, both campaigns have worked together in good faith to bridge some of the policy issues that have divided us during the election. Did we come to an agreement on everything? Of course not, but we made some important steps forward. And this is where it gets really interesting. He says that Hillary Clinton has released a debt-free college plan. He says that Secretary Clinton has also publicly committed to massive investments in health care for communities across the country. And also, in the Democratic platform proceedings in St. Louis and Orlando, they got, let's see, it's now a Democratic Party plank to support the $15 minimum wage thing, expand Social Security, abolish the death penalty, put a price on carbon, establish a path toward legalization of marijuana, enact major criminal justice reforms like making for-profit prisons a thing of the past, addressing too big to fail banks. All that shit he got. He held them up for his endorsement, and he got all that shit. And so now Hillary's campaign looks more similar to Bernie's. Okay? He won all of that. He got them to change so that you would be able to vote for him. He posted this in the Facebook group for all the hashtag Bernie or Busters. The response was dismal because they want it all and they want it now. But he did his best, you know? So if you were Bernie or Bust, just know that Bernie is now endorsing Hillary Clinton and got a lot of his way with her policies and the policies of the Democratic Party. She's publicly saying these things that he wanted her to say. After that, the Anti-Bright tweeted at me that 56% of Americans want Hillary Clinton indicted. And there's a lot of polls like this as far as negativity and that Trump and Hillary are the worst rated political candidates ever. Nobody fucking likes them. And what I have to say about that is Hillary Clinton addressed this a couple of days ago in an interview on Vox. And I know that you probably don't want to watch Hillary Clinton talk, but I'm going to ask you to listen to her for 4 fucking minutes. 4 minutes. And I will give you the timestamp so you can jump to exactly what addresses that issue. Basically, look at all the polls that happened to her before she ran for any public office, and then look at the polls about her approval ratings when she's actually in the job. And she's calling this on its face. This is just more it's a polling tactic, and it's also just a fact of psychology that people are more negative before somebody gets into office than when they actually have the job. And timing is a thing. With all of these polls, when you ask the question and how you ask the question can affect the results. And if you were to ask the same question of Hillary Clinton, do people want her indicted, say, a year from now, when I'm assuming that she might be president, will they say the same thing? Come back to this video a year from now and then show me the results. And I'm just going to predict right now that no, they are not going to say the same thing. They're not going to be 56% in favor of an indictment. They'll see that as a waste of public money, and that you should just leave the president alone. Because timing. It's very important in these kind of temperature gauges of people's pulse on issues. But in that I've said that, I did notice something else that was manipulative by the Clinton campaign and Vox, and that is they had another video about Bernie Sanders. It was an interview of the same type as what I'm linking you to, so I'll link you to the Bernie Sanders video as well. And it was called Bernie Sanders, the Vox Conversation. And then they just put out Hillary Clinton, the Vox Conversation, right? There's a difference between these, and it is timing. They interviewed Bernie Sanders an entire year before they interviewed Hillary Clinton. And when they did interview Hillary Clinton, they used the exact same technique. They put the same black room around everyone. They used the same sort of intro title cards, and they actually published it in the same month of the year. So many people are going to think that these interviews happened far closer together than they actually did. If you're not an astute observer, you could look at that date, July 11th, 2016, and then when you click on the Bernie interview that inevitably will pop up on the sidebar, it says July 28th, 2015, right? And if you're not, savvy as to publication dates, you won't see that difference, and that is a huge difference. This is Vox basically showing how they did support Bernie Sanders. Now they're supporting Hillary Clinton because Bernie got his way, and got as much of his way as he could. He's not going to become president, but he at least changed some policy issues. And, right after he endorses or makes the decision to endorse, they release this video, and the timing is pretty good for Hillary. The whole same month of the year, same title card, same. It looks like a back-to-back comparison, but timing as a difference makes them not that way. So check out the Any Bright, subscribe to him. We're probably going to have a lot of talks like this.